Okay, working on some multiplying polynomials. And let me see here. I'm going to figure out where we left off. Okay, we got negative 7x to the third times x squared plus x minus 1. And we want to expand this. So that means that we're going to multiply this negative 7x cubed across each one of these terms inside. So we have negative 7x. Now this 3 and 2, you add them together because you're just multiplying them. So that's negative 7x to the fifth minus 7x, right? So this is a 3. There's a 1 here. So we add them. That makes that a 4. And then plus, right, this negative 7 minus 1 is going to make that a positive 7x to the third. So we just expanded and got one big polynomial. Okay, let's work on something a little different now. We have in parentheses 2x plus 1, and we're going to multiply that by x minus 1. Now there's a word you might have heard, and that word is, this word helps you to remember how to multiply this polynomial, these two polynomials. F stands for first, O is for outer, I is for inner, and L is for last. First, outer, inner, last. What are they talking about? Your first terms, you multiply them together. So we have 2x times x is 2x squared. Your outside terms, so this is an outside term and that's an outside term. So that becomes minus 2x. 2x times 1 is just 2x, but because of the minus sign here, right, it's a positive times a minus and you get minus. Or anyway. Alright, outside terms, or inside terms. Okay, these are your inside terms. I should have labeled this as outside. Right now we're talking about our inside terms. So 1 times x is x. And then our last terms. Right, this is the last term in this polynomial, and this minus 1 is your last term. So positive 1 times negative 1 gives you minus 1. Now what we want to do is collect all our like terms up to simplify this down. And of course 2x and x are like terms, but this is minus 2x plus x, so that just leaves that with an x. And then minus 1. And we're done. And I should put equal signs out here. Right. Okay, let's try one more before we go. We have x minus 1 times x plus 1. Okay, so we remember, I forgot what color I used on that. Foil. So our first terms, x times x is x squared outer terms, x times 1 is x. Inner terms, now this is a minus 1 here, times x, that's going to make that a minus x. And then last terms, so we have minus 1 times a positive 1 gives us negative 1. We have a positive x, a minus x, so they're going to cancel out. And what are we left with? X squared minus 1. Now, I'm just going to tell you that this is considered to be a difference of two squares, and we can consider this one to be 1 squared. A difference of two squares. When you have a difference of two squares, then you could break it up as x minus 1 times x plus 1. Now I know we're getting ahead of ourselves here because we're going to be covering this. Whoops, we need to put a parentheses in there. But this is just a little bit something extra. What if I had x squared minus 3 squared? Well, we'll be able to break that up as x minus 3 times x plus 3. But this could be written as x squared minus 9. You have to see that 9 is a perfect square. Okay, 3 times 3. All right, that was something a little extra. Okay. Hopefully you're catching on, and I'll see you in the next video.